Morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 29th, I hope. Yes, that's correct. Wednesday, April 29th. And this is our close-up stream for this morning. And this is Belle back from her surgery yesterday. She had her space surgery yesterday. It went very well. Also, I'm glad to report that we also do, blood work and stuff at the same time, and she checks out. Everything checks out just great. Also, if you haven't heard, the vet also pulled one of her teeth during the surgery yesterday. We always have them check the dental at the same time because it's so convenient to just, get that out of the way while they're already under for the surgery. So yeah, she had one tooth that was no good, and now it is gone. And I think she's feeling a lot better overall, actually. I think maybe that tooth had been bothering her and we didn't even know. I'm not sure. But she seems like she's been very happy since she came back yesterday. Of course, still just a little calm, and she's got a lot of recovering to do. Now, she hasn't been bothering her stitches too much, but we had to put the secret agent suit on her anyway because of her kittens. As you guys know, all of her kittens still like to do an awful lot of the comfort nursing, and I wanted to make sure that they wouldn't do that on her stitches, that they wouldn't nurse and knead on her stitches while she's recovering. So we sort of put it on preventatively to just keep them away from all that. And she just got the secret agent suit on this morning about an hour ago. So she's still having a little bit of trouble walking in it, but overall she's doing quite well with it. She's adjusting very quickly. And the kittens are a little confused about how come they don't have access to her parts anymore. But they'll get over it real quick too. So let's see, what else can I tell you? The kittens, because of this, she spent yesterday in here by herself after she got back from the vet, and she spent last night in here by herself so that she wouldn't have to put the secret agent suit on right away. I didn't want her to have to do that immediately. So last night she was in here alone with no secret agent suit and relaxed a bit, and I think that's important for her to get a chance to recover by herself, which means these kittens were out around the house. And ordinarily, they would be in the master bedroom or in the spa, as we like to call it, with me. But I started a minor home improvement project. I've been meaning to fix the door to the spa. It doesn't latch quite right. And because I'm waiting for some putty, some filler to dry on that door, I couldn't close the door to the bedroom. So the practical upshot of that is that these kittens got full run of the house all night last night. It's the first time that they've been out all night and been able to access the entire house. Well, the entire house except for obviously their room and the annex and that kind of thing. But I'll tell you, I was really surprised by how that went. They're definitely old enough for that and responsible enough, and they get to run around the house all day when I'm watching them, so I didn't expect any trouble. But I did expect them to be running around the house, or at least to go down to the kitchen and get some food and that kind of thing. But they didn't. They spent all night snuggled up in the bed with me, just like they do when the door's closed. So they chose to just hang out in the bed all night. It was really sweet, all three of them. So they're just big snugglers. They're big sweet kitties, and it was really wonderful. They're all coming around quite a bit. I know that they've been a little bit shy. All three of them have been a little bit shy to some degree, and now all three of them have really come around one way or another. Claxon here, obviously not shy about playing with me or hanging out with me, as you can see. And also, Claxon is the biggest one on the faculty. Yesterday, Claxon was hanging out on the cat tree in my office with Maggie and I think it was Maggie and Eddie, but with two faculty members anyway, in the cat tree in my office. Last night, she was hanging out with Smokey in the bed and with Custard even, real close, touching noses and just hanging out and be buddies. So I'm surprised. If I had to guess which kitten was going to be best with other cats and with the faculty, I would not have guessed Klaxon. But it turns out Klaxon is the number one as far as hanging out with other cats goes. Then Foggy, as I'm sure you guys have noticed, is the own doing her own thing. And a lot of times when the other two are snuggled up under the blankets, she'll be on top, just a little bit doing her own thing, like she is right now, standing over there. But she's really started to come around already, even just spending like 24 hours away from her mom. Last night she came right up to me and she wanted to snuggle and cuddle, and in a way that she doesn't usually do. And I think she was almost purring for me. Not quite, but almost. And it's just really getting to be a little bit more tolerant to the whole thing. And I really I feel like whoever adopts her is going to find out that once she's away from her mom, she's probably going to become a total cuddle buddy. I bet that she is going to just love her humans after Belle is gone, which is something that we find with a lot of cats, actually. That's not at all unusual. It's one of the reasons why sometimes we've separated mom cats a little bit earlier. As soon as they finish nursing, maybe we'll get them fixed and separate them, and get them adopted out even ahead of the rest of the kittens. And then the kittens really tend to come around to people after that. And I expect that Foggy is going to show that same arc where the more time that she spends away from her mom, probably, the more affectionate and cuddly she is going to be with people. Fiona, it's an interesting question about the eye boogers. I don't think that it does affect how she interacts with me. I don't think that she's shy of my hands because I clean her eye boogers. I think she would be anyway. But there might be a little something to that, maybe. Look at you. You look so surprised by me petting you and snuggling you. So, anyway, as you know, tomorrow these guys go in for their final vaccines, and then I've scheduled their spays. All three of them are going in next Wednesday, a 1 week from today, for their graduation surgery, their spay. So that will be 1 week from today, Wednesday, the 6th. I think that's Wednesday the 6th. And then 10 days after that, we'll have their sutures out and they will be able to go home to their adopters. So I guess that would be the 16th if we can get them in that day and have their sutures removed. So that's pretty exciting too. We're getting very close to that. Just a couple weeks to go. Oh, I guess I didn't say anything about it. So I told you a little bit about Clax. This is Clax. You can tell from the white spot. And I told you a little bit about Foghorn, but I didn't say anything about Beep. Beep is wild. I'm sure you know. She just runs around the house at full speed all the time. She's the biggest snuggler. And she's started doing this thing now where if I'm walking around the house and she sees me, she will run at full speed right between my legs and then off in the other direction, just as much as she possibly can. Tries to like trip me up. I don't know if her intent is to trip me up or just to run, past me and try to get me to chase her or play with her or something. But whatever her intent is, she's, like I've said for other cats, she's going to trip me. I'm going to fall down the stairs and die. It's going to be her fault, and you'll know it. So, yeah, if I don't make it, blame Beep. She's a real sweetheart, though, and she's just super hyperactive. Anyway, I've got some more news for you guys. I don't know if I should get everybody's hopes up about it, but let's go upstairs here real quick. I have to tell you though, because I can't keep this kind of stuff to myself. It's too exciting. The Danbury Animal Welfare Society sent me an email yesterday saying that they had someone that was local that might end up being a good match for Brooke. And I can only hope. I've got my fingers crossed. So I need to tell you that anyway because they are going to come to meet her tomorrow. But they've been watching her online and they think they really like her. And I haven't heard a whole lot about the people, but they sound like a good fit to me, especially the fact that Brooke would be their only cat, which I think would really work out for her. So that all sounds like really, really promising news, but obviously there's no guarantees yet. Um, But I should tell you guys, so just so that you know, and you don't have to worry about anything, they did want to come meet her, and I know that even under ordinary circumstances, that's not something that we typically do at the Kitten Academy. But for Brooke, I was willing to make an exception. So we've set up. I talked to DJ about it, and DJ helped us set up a protocol for dealing with a visit under the current circumstances that we think will be pretty safe, which means one practical part about that, though, is that you guys probably won't be able to see the visit on any of the streams because it's not going to take place in one of those rooms. In fact, we're going to go all out with protective equipment for the people, and we're also going to do it in a room that they can enter directly from outside, and then after they leave the room, I'm going to use the same antivirus. It's like a software. It's not software though. We're not using Norton. What we're going to do is we use an antiviral product called Vercon that is effective against a lot of different kinds of viruses, and we use it in between every class that comes to the academy. Oh, she wanted to come out, but Loganberry is just right here, ready to start trouble with her. He's the instigator in that. Well, I was going to let you out right now, Brookie, but with Loganberry there, we'll do it. We'll do it later. I'll let you come and hang out with me, and we'll play video games in my office, okay? So anyway, yeah. So we're gonna after they go, we're gonna completely sterilize the room where they met her and just make sure that everything's cool. They're gonna wear gloves. I'm gonna wear gloves. We're gonna all wear masks. So it'll be handled in a very safe way, as safe as possible. And that visit is going to happen tomorrow. And that's one of the reasons that I'm mentioning it at all. Obviously, I'm very excited. I've got my fingers crossed that it works out. But I'm mentioning it because there is a chance that they could come tomorrow and meet her and take her home, all on the same day. So if that happens and she goes home tomorrow, I want you to be prepared for that. You're Smokey. Hi, Smokey. And this is Acro. I took Acro's collar off because the office door has been open so much. He wears the collar because it's got a microchip on it that lets him go through the microchip door. He's got a microchip too. All of our cats are chipped, but for some reason, his microchip won't set off the door. Yeah, I know. It's weird, isn't it, buddy? You said it. So that's why he has to wear the collar sometimes, but with that office open all the time lately, he doesn't have to wear it right now, so you got to take that off. Um, let's see, what was I in the middle? I wanted to say one other thing about Brooke, whether that adoption works out or not. I just have to say that Ed, Ed is the fellow from Kentucky, I want to say, that was approved to adopt her and had said, right from the beginning, he's been really clear on the fact that what he wants is what's best for her. And when he very first got approved, he was like, if you can find somebody local who's a good fit, it would save her that trip, and I would, I would be all for that. He's just a really great guy, and I gotta say that to everybody, because he really cares about what is best for her, and I think that's just fantastic. That's all. Anyway, okay, enough about all that. Let's go in and see the little kittens. Hi, hi, Gabs. Brr. You're just sitting at the door talking. What are you saying? You talk so much these days. Well, tell me some more. These kids, they were up playing earlier this morning, and then they all nursed, and now I think they're in like a food coma. They're all pooped out from eating so much. Oh, but they're still gonna get up. Hi, Scuttlebutt. Hi, Squeak. So I have been talking to, not talking, I have been sitting in here hanging out with them. Gabby just came and sat right down on my lap. Too cute. I've been in here hanging out with these guys a bit in the last day, and they all have kind of started to snack on the food a little bit, just a little bit, which is great progress. They're really learning well. And today I'm going to give them a litter box in their little area here, so they have that to get used to, even though I don't think they're quite ready for it, but if they're eaten, they'll be ready for it really soon. So I'm going to put a little litter box in here. We usually start with a small one for them, and we love clay clumping litter, but for the kittens, we always start with a wheat-based litter that's edible because all kittens seem to try to snack on the litter at first, and we don't want them eating a bunch of clay litter. That's just icky. So I'm going to put a little tiny litter tray in here today with some wheat-based litter in it, and also a water bowl. They have their wet food here, but they don't have any water dish, so I got to get that for them today. Anyway, this is Banter, and this is Blarney, and this is Scuttlebutt. And this is Gabby, she's been talking this whole time. She wants to narrate the close-up stream. You want to narrate? You want to just tell everybody what's going on? I'll be quiet. These kittens are already super lap kittens. I don't know if that's going to last as they get older, but I bet it will. Um, as soon as I come in and sit down, I don't have to put them in my lap. They all hear me. They wake up. They come over. They want to climb in my lap and play with each other and snuggle up. And it's awesome. They're not even a month old yet. They just barely learned to walk. Here they are all climbing around in my lap. Belle's kids, of course, are lap kittens. If I go sit in the beanbag chair in Belle's room, they'll all come and sit in my lap, all three of them. Even Belle does sometimes. But that took a lot of work on my part. Like I had to, bribe them to come over with treats and stuff all the time and get them used to the idea. These kids are sort of born into it, aren't you? Oh, fight. Wow. Yeah, I think that the trilling sound, I think, is sort of like how a mom cat calls to her kittens. Which is why you hear it a lot more from mom cats than you do from other cats. Oh, all right. Well, there's room for everybody, Gabby. There's room for you up here. Oh boy, I came in here last night with my dinner, which included some salmon, and Gabby was crazy about it. I gave her a little piece of it, and after I gave her the first little piece, she wouldn't stop trying to get more, and she was pawing at my plate, and I had to hold it up, and then she'd reach up and like smack the plate to try to knock the salmon off of it and everything. She was like, "I want some more of that." She got a lot more, but I didn't let her take any on her own. I have to give it to her. But boy, she was really into that. I guess she's a kind of like some people foods here and there. It's good stuff, wasn't it? Look at this little nursing dance. Oh wow, really getting into it. This makes a good illustration of why we've got the secret agent suit on Belle, because we don't want her even bigger kittens to be doing all this on her belly right now. So this is Banter and Scuttlebutt, and Blarney is still over here. Blarney is the first, I've said this before, Blarney was the first out of the box, the first one over the barrier, and the first one in my lap. And seems like Blarney's probably on track to be the big explorer in the group. And also usually the first one on my lap when I come in here, so maybe the biggest lap cat too. We'll see. I also think Blarney's on her way to being a floof cat with all that extra fur sticking up. But it's really hard to tell when they're this young whether they're actually going to end up being floofy or whether they're just going to be short hairs or what. Yes, I know you're looking right at Blarney, like, hey, Blarney, come over here and eat with your sisters. You gonna go eat with your sisters, Blarney? I see you're thinking about it now. Let me help you down. There you go. Do you want to try some solid food, Blarney? Here, come here. Look at this. What is that? You tasted it. I saw you taste it. Now I've only got one. I don't have any hands free because I've got food in one hand and a camera in the other hand, so I can't pick you up and help you up here. I'm sorry. Sorry, bad camera work. Wow. Sorry, everybody. Here we go. No, no. Okay, that was a mistake. All right, let me put that back. Here, clean my fingers. Thank you. Some on this finger still. Good job, Mom. Good job, Gabby. Okay. Well, Blarney, since you don't want to eat anything right now, do you want to get weighed? Do you? We should do that. These kids are getting very big, aren't they? Look at how big they are now. And only a month old. Not even a month old, actually. I guess isn't it right that they're going to be 4 weeks this Saturday? Have I got that right? Guess we'll see. Let's get these weights. Let's do it. Little Blarney, oh, your face looks so concerned right now. What are you so concerned about, Blarn? Little Blarney girl? What is it? So concerned. Okay, let's take a look back here. Right there. You weigh 17.1 ounces today. 17.1 ounces. My goodness. That is a big kitten. That's a very big kitten, especially for being less than a month old. I know, I know. I'm holding you in an awkward way. Okay. Which one of you is more done nursing so I can take your weight? Anybody? Anybody gonna have a chance here? Oh, there we go. Scuttlebutt, you came off there. Here we go. Nice, Scuttlebutt. Let's take your weight. Come on. Right over here. Oh, oh. There you go. 16.6. 16.6. Let's double check. Make sure that's zeroed out. Okay, hang on. We're going to double check. Whoop. Yeah, we'll go with 16.6. That sounds about right. Here we go. Not bad. Not bad, Scuttlebutt. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I surprise you with a Scuttlebutt? Did I? You looked a little surprised. Blarney, what is this? What is this, Blarney? There you go. You got it turned around. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. Barney, what are you even trying to do? What are you doing? Scuttlebutt, you're climbing my shirt? That's some advanced catting. Whoa, what was that? I thought I heard a hiss. Did you hiss? Did you hiss at me? Did you just hiss it in nothing? You're gonna get a kiss. You're gonna get a kiss. All right, you also still have to get weighed now that you're done nursing. Okay. Banter? Banter, it's your turn to get weighed. Come on. 18.2 ounces. My goodness, that is a big kitten. Very good. Let's see you up close for a second. Hi. Hi, Wiggler. Hi. Okay, here you go. Scuttlebutt, you're laying all over Blarney. At least give Blarney a chance, huh? Here, I'll make a little extra room. Okay. So we have Banter, and then Blarney. Oh wait, nope, this is Scuttlebutt, and then Blarney. I guess they switched positions while I wasn't looking. Gabby, you got so much to say. Oh my goodness. I had no idea you were going to turn into such a big talker. Oh, I heard another hiss, but I didn't see who did it. I think it was probably Banter again. I don't know what you're talking about, though. So, it has been about half an hour, which is plenty of time. Let me just remind you all of the news real quick, which is that Belle had her spay yesterday, and she's recovering very well in her secret agent suit. Her kittens have their final vaccines tomorrow, and then they have their spays scheduled for next Wednesday. That's a week from today. Then 10 days after that, they should be ready to go home. So that's coming right up for Belle's kids. Also, Belle herself will be ready to go home, I guess, 10 days from yesterday. I'll have to schedule her suture removal. Then, as you know, tomorrow we've got someone coming to visit Brooke and see if she's as good a fit as they think. And a little bit of vice versa. So I hope that works out. I've got my fingers crossed. Then that's it. That's it. That's all the news for now. So it's real good stuff, and I'm very excited. I really have my fingers crossed for that meeting tomorrow for Brooke, and I hope it works out because she's a total sweetheart, and I just love her so much, and she really needs to go to a home where she can thrive. Unlike here, where I open the door and Loganberry's just waiting for her. it's not the best circumstance for her. So, as always, I want to say thank you all so much for joining me on the chat and joining the little kittens on the chat this morning. It's been very special for me. I want to say if you want to keep watching these kittens or Belle and her kittens, they should all be more or less on the regular Kitten Academy live stream, as much as I can keep the cameras on them now that they're all so active. So you can look for that right here on YouTube, Kitten Academy live stream. It runs 24 hours a day. You can watch these kittens. And I want to take time out. I don't always say it. Thank you to the moderators for moderating the chat and for answering questions and stuff. You guys do a great job. All of you do. And I don't say it often enough, but I really, really appreciate it. We'll do another close-up tomorrow morning on Thursday. See Gabby over there hugging that banana. I know that'll make GA girl happy because she sent the banana. It's good. All right, everybody. I'll see you on tomorrow's close-up, and until then, I'll see you on the regular Kit Academy live stream.